The VTubing community on Twitter is currently on fire because a VTuber won Best VTuber of the Year at the Streaming Awards, which people are equating to legitimately blackface. But the issue is, last week on a fateful Thursday, I received some form of heavenly punishment because I slept on a different bed for the first time in a fucking while, and when I woke up and took the throne of poop to start my early shift type shit, suddenly my lower back started to cramp. I felt like somebody was stabbing a knife in it, making me unable to move. Now, if you paid close attention to what I've been saying, I am now stun locked on the toilet, on the platter of poop, because every movement uses the muscle that is currently cramping. But I'm a man, fully grown, standing at a solid 6 foot on a good day, finishing my doo-doo doodle, and started to fight my way back to the bed. And the first step I tried to take from the toilet dropped me to the ground like somebody just increased the gravity of Earth. Then I used my left arm to push my body up because there's a small half wall to use as basically a pull-up bar. Once I reached the state of standing that isn't death by one movement, I made my way over to the bed, which usually is like 10 steps, but in this case 10 steps are the equivalent of being sent into a genjutsu of infinite pain. But eventually I did make it into my bed, and when I laid down, my entire body shut down. I felt like I was no longer in control of my own body, and this went on for a whole day. I was just lying there without the ability to do anything, and like 2 hours in of absolute silence, and the only company being my thoughts, which, if you ever were in my brain, is not the greatest place to be in. I started to look for a way to entertain, so I went on a mission to connect my PC to my TV so I can do stuff, because all my shit is Bluetooth. We're in the modern age type shit. That meant I had to go out of my bed, crawl under my desk, and connect the HDMI cable to my TV. And when I tell you that I've never felt more defeat and victory in such short succession, it would be true, because I obviously couldn't stand up, so I grabbed my right leg and just threw it out of my bed, making me slide out of it, and I crawled under my desk, every movement feeling like another back shot. And then the first defeat set in. Once I got to my PC on a 4-legged dog position, I noticed I was unable to plug out the one cable and plug in the different cable, because guess what? There is no light under my desk. And if you've ever tried to connect cables in dark, it is virtually impossible. It's like the cable is in cahoots with the darkness. So after 1 minute of contemplating my entire life that I spent in a position that can only be described as a random letter from the ancient Egyptian alphabet, I locked in, and it took me unironically 5 minutes to connect the thing. And then I watched Blue Mountain Stage through very legal means until I was able to move again. The VTubing stuff, blah blah blah, VTuber or whatever.